Sunday, February 22, 2026, AGNDD Intelli Report topic. JPMorgan admits it shut Trump's accounts after January 6 Capitol attack. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this partially AI-generated article-based video. JPMorgan admits it shut Trump's accounts after January 6 Capitol attack. Nation's largest bank, in response to a lawsuit filed by the president, confirmed his long-standing complaint about debanking. By Rob Copeland, February 21, 2026. For years, President Trump has complained that his personal and business bank accounts were deliberately closed after the January 6, 2021, attack on the Capitol. JPMorgan Chase is now admitting that did happen. In a response to a lawsuit filed last month by Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization, JPMorgan, the nation's largest bank, said for the first time late Friday that it cut off more than 50 Trump accounts in February 2021, shortly after Mr. Trump's first term ended. The accounts included those for Trump hotels, housing developments, and retail shops in Illinois, Florida, and New York, as well as Mr. Trump's personal private banking relationship that handled his inheritance from his father, according to letters filed to the court. JPMorgan did not specify in those letters a specific reason for the mass account closings. In one unsigned note to Mr. Trump, dated February 19, 2021, the bank wrote that he would need to find a more suitable institution with which to conduct business. The letter closed with, "Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter," a phrase that Mr. Trump himself is fond of using. Mr. Trump's lawsuit, which named Jamie Dimon, JPMorgan's chief executive, as a defendant, contended that the bank put Mr. Trump on a blacklist because it needed to distance itself from President Trump and his conservative political views. That echoed earlier complaints from Mr. Trump that Capital One similarly closed his accounts and that Bank of America refused to accept billions of dollars in deposits after the January 6 riots. The issue of whether and why the nation's largest banks took action against Mr. Trump has become a matter of public importance because the president has frequently invoked his personal experience in pushing for a broad crackdown on debanking. Bank executives have capitalized on his enthusiasm for the issue to push successfully for looser enforcement by federal agencies of rules and regulations that instruct lenders to scrutinize their clients for reputational risk, among other issues. JPMorgan, until now, had gone to lengths to avoid addressing whether it had actually closed Mr. Trump's accounts. In a statement last month, it described the lawsuit as without merits but did not address the specifics of Mr. Trump's allegations. A bank spokeswoman said then that, as a rule, JPMorgan closed accounts because they create legal or regulatory risk for the company. The JPMorgan spokeswoman did not respond to a request for comment on Saturday. A spokesman for Mr. Trump's legal team said, "President Trump is standing up for all those wrongly debanked by JPMorgan Chase and their cohorts, and will see this case to a just and proper conclusion." There is still much legal wrangling to come. JPMorgan this past week asked that the case be moved from Florida State Court, where Mr. Trump has had some success in litigation, to a federal court in New York. Rob Copeland is a finance reporter for The Times, writing about Wall Street and the banking industry. The latest on the Trump administration. Challenge to free market capitalism. Stakes in private companies. Handshake deals with chief executives. The president's economic policy has drifted far from principles that long defined the Republican Party. Is it capitalism at all? Armed man fatally shot at Mar-a-Lago, Secret Service says. The man was killed after an unauthorized entry into the secure perimeter at President Trump's resort in Florida, the agency said. The president was not at the club at the time. A fractured Never Trump movement. Some of Trump's most vocal Republican critics are divided over the future of a party that has pushed them to the margins. The divisions were evident as Republican critics of the president gathered at a summit near Washington. planned to send hospital boat to Greenland. Denmark's defense minister said Greenland did not need healthcare assistance, a day after Trump said he intended to send a great hospital boat to the semi-autonomous island. Kennedy Center. An individual poured an unknown substance onto a temporary outdoor ice rink at the center, leading to the cancellation of a performance by a Canadian ice skating troupe, the venue said in a statement, calling it a calculated attack. JPMorgan lawsuit. In a response to a lawsuit filed by Trump and the Trump Organization, the nation's largest bank said for the first time that it cut off more than 50 Trump accounts in February 2021, shortly after his first term ended.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD Until I Report, dear viewers. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.